Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin is officially awesome! He's so cute! And Coolyaku is just one of the many new Monsties that we will be able to hatch, ride, battle, and generally have just the best time with. But does that not raise the question, how many Monsties will there be? Full stop. Just how many monsters can we actually ride? Well, I'm here to answer that question, or at least answer it in the best way possible. You see, in the trial version of Stories 2 that is now available and is just, oh, it's so wonderful. Honestly, the game is glorious. The first one was incredible, and this is just, it's just better in every single way. It seriously is. I am in love with it. But you can have a look at the Monsterpedia and the Monsteepedia in the field guide. Firstly, the little graphite drawings left and right are absolutely wonderful. You know, the absolute death machine that is Aptonoth. And then obviously there's Rathalos as well there, so that's really quite cool. But the Monsteepedia is what we're interested in, because it lists every single monster you can get in the game. Now obviously, most of them are good old mystery question marks. But it does say how many in total there are, 81. And on that note, it also has ourselves 128 monsters in the game to face as well. Everyone with the blue symbol next to it, the Kinship Stone, is a rideable Monstie, and this is the true numbering of everything. Though even here there's a very mysterious jump to the 200s, which I only can assume are special monsters, maybe bosses, maybe something different, perhaps the Rage Raid monsters. There's definitely a lot to be uncovered, but one thing is for certain, or at least nearly for certain, there might still be stuff held back in the demo, but at the very least, 81 Monsties. Now the question is, what are those 81 Monsties? Well, this is where it gets a little bit fun. As far as we know, every rideable Monstie from the first game is making a return. That's 68 Monsties, which is already a sizable chunk of that 81. Now, I will be surprised if the Great Poogie is part of that return, so I kind of want to say 67, but in any case, every single one of these that we knew and loved from Stories 1 is, all being well, saying hello once again. That's really awesome. The question marks are the three crossover monsters, Kumashira, Epona of all things, and Kurenai Gokami. I'd be surprised if a crossover event Monstie just started in Stories 2, but I guess stranger things have happened. In any case, if we leave Great Poogie in, that is 68 Monsties already filling these 81 slots, courtesy of Stories 1. Following that then, we simply have to delve into the various bits of trailerage and screenshots and teasers and tidbits and have a look at every single new Monstie that is rideable, either one doing a kinship attack or one literally with a rider on it, and there is a fair amount. We have Anjanath, which is lovely to see. We have the Fated Four getting complete, with Mizutsune looking gorgeous, Astalos looking powerful, and Gammoth looking so cute. Pookie is also up, Coolyaku of course. Then we have Paolumu and Toby having quite the nice little injection of low tier world monsters. We have Legiana, we have Bazel, we have Velkhana as well, which is very, very cool. And then, supposedly, finally, we have Nergigante. Now, these all together add an extra 12 Monsties to this list, which takes us to 80. So that's 80 out of 81 that we know, leaving a grand total of 1 space for a surprise. Now, of course, I'm still skeptical on Great Poogie, chiefly because, as far as I can tell, there isn't any Poogies in the demo, though that might be a demo thing, or maybe he's just an Easter egg monster you can get later on, and you don't have to collect Poogies again this time around. It could end up being Plesioth for that 81 slot. There was a tweet that implies he is rideable by pairing him with Legicrus, who is also rideable, and implying there is a choice between them to rule the seas. Oh my god, if we can actually ride Plesioth. Or, of course, this final slot could go to a surprise new Stories original Monstie that we discover as we play through the game that has been kept very much under wraps. Only time will tell. But in any case, knowing 80 of the 81 is quite nice. We can actually plan what teams we would like to raise and what kind of goal we'll have towards the end of the game. What will that 81st be? Now, it's not going to be something like the Palamute because that's the first DLC, so anything planned for DLC obviously won't be on this base game list that already exists, so I am quite excited for that. But yeah, there you go. That is the 80/81 rideable Monsties that we're going to be able to get our teeth into in Monster Hunter Stories 2, at least to begin with. And that's one hell of a roster, and I, for one, cannot wait to form my perfect Monstie team, also known as 5 Brachydios! Yes. Good times. Alright, everybody, let me know what you think. Let me know if you have a good idea for that final one. Let me know if I've apparently just completely missed something, and the answer is blindingly obvious, staring us in the face. That is entirely possible, too. In any case, I will see you very soon with more Stories 2, including the very beginning of the Stories 2 Pro and Noob playthrough, which is just, it's gonna be so good. For now, though, please consider supporting the future of the channel on Patreon down below. A good boy.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.